What's up guys, it's your girl Chanel and I am back this week with another video, a very exciting and kind of different video from what I usually post. As y'all can see by the title of this video, I finally am showing you guys the apartments that I saw when I was in Atlanta for my birthday. So we are going to be looking at about 7 different apartment complexes and about 14 different units. I am going to be giving you guys the pricing as well, so hopefully this can help somebody if you're thinking about moving down there to that area with how much you might expect to be paying for rent. We are looking around the Atlanta area in this video, not downtown, not the actual city of Atlanta, but the Atlanta metro area. I'm not going to tell you exactly where I'm looking in case I decide to move down there and move into one of these apartments in this video, just for my safety. But it's in the Atlanta area. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Briefly, I'm going to just give you guys a little bit of a backstory. I know y'all ready to see these places. I'm ready to see them. I'm ready to show y'all. So I currently live in New York City. I live in a high-rise in Midtown, a 1-bedroom for me, my boyfriend, my daughter, and my dog. So I just need more space, and my current subscribers who know me and know everything, y'all are probably wondering like, oh, are you definitely moving down to Atlanta? And it's not definite. I am going to be looking at apartments in New York City as well, but it doesn't make sense for me to look now because New York is like, you look at apartments and they go just like that. So I feel like it doesn't make sense for me to go and look at apartments that I would want to move into because I'm not prepared to move yet. My lease isn't over until June, so it doesn't make sense for me to go and look at these apartments knowing that they're not going to be available when I'm ready to move. So we're going to do that a little bit later in the springtime probably. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that video. Make sure you're subscribed if that's something you're interested in seeing, so when it's posted you will know. And I apologize for any background noise. Graham is here and he's just drinking and playing with his toys and doing all kind of noisy stuff now when he was sleeping before and he just decided to wake up when I decided to film. Say hi, Graham. So I am definitely in need of more space. My daughter is 4 now and she needs her own room. I definitely want an outdoor space, a large kitchen with a pantry, an island, just like a nice gourmet style kitchen. I want at least 2 bedrooms. 3 would be great, but minimum 2, of course. I want to have more like an open floor plan, a lot of natural light, like a lot of sunlight. My apartment currently is west facing, so I have to time when I film stuff like this properly so that I can get the full effect of the sun. And I'm sick of having to do that. So I need an apartment that's facing the east so that I can get that good sunlight throughout the day. I have to have a walk-in closet that's a non-negotiable because I'm struggling right now. And Rylan, I would prefer if she has a walk-in because then I can like put her toys and stuff in there instead of just having everything in her room space. But she doesn't have to have one, but that is definitely a huge preference. A lot of storage space. The more storage space, the better. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and jump into these apartments because I know y'all ready to see them, okay? And I'm viewing along on my iPad because I need to see what I'm looking at. Well, what y'all are looking at. All right, you guys, so apartment 1, unit 1 was a very beautiful apartment, very spacious kitchen, a lot of storage, a lot of cabinet space. It did not have a very large living room, which I did not like, but it did have a mud area, which is very rare to find in an apartment. Both of the bedrooms had walk-in closets. The bedrooms were a decent size. The bathrooms had a lot of built-in storage, and it had an outdoor space, which was great. It wasn't huge, but it was a decent size. Moving on to apartment 1, unit 2. The kitchen, the island in this apartment, y'all, was humongous. Beautiful, beautiful apartment. This one was a 3-bedroom, I believe. The bedrooms are very, very big. Like, they were very good sizes. It had a whole laundry room instead of just like a stackable, which is what I have now. The same built-in storage in the bathrooms. And I think it had 2 bathrooms, 3 beds. And it just was a very spacious apartment. So that particular complex is probably my second choice of apartments if I move down there. They were beautiful. They're brand new. The location wasn't the best. It's a little off from like shopping and groceries and stuff, but I'm willing to overlook that. The price of the first unit was, I believe, hold on, I wrote it down, y'all. The 2-bedroom was $2,200, and the price of that particular 3-bedroom, because it was I think it was the biggest size that you can get for that, and the island was like out of this world big. So that one, of course, was on the pricier side. It was $3,100 a month. That includes the amenities and everything, which I'm not including amenities in this video because I feel like that's going to really give it away of where the apartments are. But the amenities are very, very nice in this particular apartment complex. This, like I said, number 2 on my list. Number 2. Y'all gotta stay tuned for number 1. But the apartments ranged from good pricing. I believe 1 bedroom started at $1,800, and then it went up to 31, so $1,800 to $3,100. I think they had 2 bedrooms for like $2,100, $2,000. This one, like I said, was $22, so it wasn't on the pricier side, but it was a little more than like the base price of the 2 bedrooms you can get there. Moving on to the second apartment complex. We only viewed 1 apartment in this one. This one was okay. It was more on the like older. It's not an old apartment, but it's a little bit older. The island was nice. The kitchen was nice. It's a little dark in like terms of the coloring that they use, but the bedrooms were spacious. They had a lot of nice storage areas in there as well, and it did have an outdoor space also. I really like the black finishing on these appliances and stuff. I thought that was really nice, but other than that, this apartment wasn't my favorite, but it's still doable. This one was on the cheaper side. That particular 2-bedroom was $1,900, and they have 2 bedrooms for a little less. I think they start from $1,800 to about $2,500 if I'm not mistaken, for the bigger ones, of course. It just really depends on which unit you get and which floor and stuff you're on. That would dictate how much you're paying. But they had pretty good prices. I feel like this one has some of the best pricing. Y'all, my SD card filled up, so I had to stop and delete some stuff just now. I need to buy another SD card. But anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, so that particular one, that building, I feel like has some of the best pricing. Moving on to apartment 3. We also view only 1 unit in this one. It was a 2-bedroom. It was their model apartment as well. This one had a great size kitchen. The kitchen was so big, y'all. Perfect size, honestly. It was pretty spacious. I feel like the living room was a good space. The bedrooms were great spaces as well. Closets were walk-in. Bathrooms were nice. This one was the worst location-wise to me, but the apartment was nice. And this one was the only one I think that had a tub in the primary suite, which is a thing for me as well. I would prefer to have my own bathtub and I have to go and use Ryland's bathtub or the guest bathtub. But a lot of apartments don't have bathtubs in the primary suite. They have showers, so. The outdoor space was also a pretty good size for this one. Also had an actual laundry room, which I loved. For that particular unit, you're looking at about $1,880, which we'll just round that up to $1,900. Decent price for a good size. I feel like that one was on the bigger side out of all the apartments that we looked at, and they do have a range as well from, I believe, like 17. No, I don't think it's that cheap. Maybe 18 for 2 bedrooms to about 27, 28, depending on the size. All right, y'all, moving on to apartment 4, first unit. Now, this apartment is my favorite. This is my number 1 contender if I decide to move down there. This particular unit was so beautiful. It's a 2-bedroom. I love that it has a lot of hallway walking space. I love the kitchen in this one. It honestly was on the smaller side for the kitchens, but that's fine because I really liked the way it looked and everything. This particular one also has an office space, which is optional. You don't have to get the office space. They have the floor plan without it. And it had a great size balcony. Living room was great. I love how open everything looked. and the bathrooms were spacious. I don't think that the second bedroom had a walk-in closet, but that's not a deal breaker. Like I said, I'm willing to overlook that. You can see the entryway is very spacious. The apartment is not just right there when you open your front door, which I love. And the rooms were spacious. Like, I just feel like this apartment overall was just a very spacious apartment. I love the layout, very beautiful. And yeah, that's my number one. That's my number one right there. So unit 2 in that building is a 3-bedroom, which I did not care for. As you can see, it's like some weird table thing instead of an island. And I just feel like that's such wasted space that they could have put an island with storage and everything. So this, because of that, I wasn't willing to overlook that. Like, I just don't care for that, and I don't want that kind of kitchen. But the rooms were very, very spacious. This apartment was huge, you guys. Like, it was really, really big. All the rooms had walk-in closets, and the bathrooms were really spacious. And just to throw in the pool, because this pool was freaking nice. Like, I love it so much. I know I said I wasn't going to show amenities, but I love that pool, y'all. They had a lot of great amenities on that property, and they're all included in the rent. Really love that, like, that complex. And if I moved there, it would have to be a 2-bedroom because I don't like the 3s, and all of them had that same weird island table kitchen thing going on. And yeah, no, I don't want that. And they also had, I think the patios were more on the bigger side out of all of them that we've seen. And it's just a really nice, like, the finishings were nice. I just fell in love with that apartment when I walked in. I loved the environment. I loved the area. It was just really, really nice. So for that 2-bedroom with the office space, you're looking at $2,400, I believe. I think it was like $2,490 or something like that. Without the office space, they have 2 bedrooms for $21,000. The office space would be great, additional storage. I probably would go for that one if I decided to go down there and get that particular apartment, but I don't have to have it. It's just great to always have extra space, especially coming from my small apartment here. Without the office space, the 2nd bedroom had a walk-in closet to make up, I guess, for that space being gone, which that's fine. That's a fair trade-off to me. The 3 bedrooms were running, I think that one was $2,900. That one was also on the bigger side of their 3 bedrooms. I just couldn't do it. But the pricing wasn't terrible. They had some, I believe, for about, I think all the 2 bedrooms were like $2,000 and up. And then their 1 bedrooms were like $1,900 or $1,800 or something. But that complex is given real luxury. Real luxury. Real luxury. Okay, moving on to our next apartments. This one we only saw 1 unit. They didn't have any 2 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms available to show at the moment, so we saw the model, which was a 1 bedroom. Obviously, I don't want a 1 bedroom, but it was really nice. This is a nice apartment. The kitchen was nice. The bedrooms were nice. This one had the laundry in the closet, which John said he likes that. I kind of like it, but then again, I kind of do see how that's a waste of closet space. The kitchen had a lot of storage. The island was nice. A lot of light in this apartment. It was just a really nice apartment. So the only thing I could say that I would not get this apartment is because the amenities were terrible. Like, the amenities were not up to, I'm not going to say up to par, because for some people who don't care about that kind of stuff, you would be willing to overlook that, but I need my amenities. If it's included in my rent, I need everything in that complex to be worth whatever I'm paying for rent. So the amenities were not great. It's not even like the amenities weren't great. The pool was very lackluster. and they just didn't have many amenities. Like I think those were like the only two. They didn't have like club rooms, and they didn't have like you know, like just sitting spaces, movie theater, any of that kind of stuff that I saw in the other complexes. Now this apartment was on the cheaper side. Their one bedrooms are going for around $1,500. Two bedrooms around $1,800. I didn't check for three bedrooms. I don't know if they had three bedrooms on there. I feel like I would have put that when I wrote it down, but yeah, I don't know. But they're on the cheaper side of the apartments that we looked at. Apartment itself was beautiful. I didn't get to see an actual unit that I would move into because obviously I don't need a one bedroom, but that one was really nice. Moving on to, which one are we on now? Apartment 6, unit 1. We are looking at a 3-bedroom loft. All of their 3 bedrooms were lofts, so when you go upstairs, there's an extra room that is like the 3rd bedroom for them. Now this apartment was really nice. So the apartment was very nice, very spacious. I love the upstairs feeling because it gives you more of that house feeling. The bathrooms were big, okay? The bedrooms were spacious. The closets were okay. That one didn't have all walk-in closets, but it was a very spacious apartment. Their finishings and stuff were a little blah, like it's very modern looking, which I love modern apartments, but I feel like this one doesn't have as much of a character to it. It has a laundry room, which is always nice. And then upstairs is the bonus area. It had a huge closet, and it's just like a terrace to overlook. So I'm gonna just let y'all see the rest. So my thing about this apartment, it's not for me. And the reason being is because the outdoor space is just like a little patio that anybody could really walk up to your window, to your door, and it's right there. I don't want to be on the bottom floor. I want it to be an actual patio terrace that you go out and you're like up and you're looking out and down. I don't want something that's just that little piece of cement and you just walk outside and it's right there, you're on the ground, just walk. You can just walk away. I didn't care for that. I don't like that the 3rd bedroom upstairs, it's not, they call it a 3-bedroom, but that's like just a bonus space. It's no privacy, like anybody can just walk upstairs and there's no door to block off the room. It's just like a bonus room. That's very nice for, you know, extra space, but I would want a 3rd bedroom if I had that instead of it just being like a loft. But the apartment is very nice. Not going to sit here and act like the apartment is not nice. It's just not for me. Moving on to the 2nd unit in this building that we saw was a 2-bedroom. This one had a very weird kitchen, and I'll explain more about that later. But as you can see, it was pretty spacious. The layout was kind of weird. It was a lot of going around in circles. But other than that, it was a nice apartment. Still not for me, but this one had a huge patio and it overlooked the pool, which was very nice. The kitchen, the island was very weird. It was like the kitchen is this big and the island is this big, and I just felt like that was such a waste of space. It didn't make any sense to me, and I can't overlook that. It's just too awkward looking. I don't know. You have this tiny little island and then this whole kitchen there, so it made the kitchen look a lot smaller and less spacious. And it really is. It's just less spacious, less storage, and I feel like they really dropped the ball on that one. And she said that they are pretty much all like that. So I just wouldn't. None of the units in this building struck me to say, oh, I will move in there. The 1-bedrooms were nice. So for that first unit, the 3-bedroom, you're looking at around $3,100. I think that's the starting price for those, and then it goes up depending on how big they are. But they're all, like I said, on the first floor, and they all have that patio thing that you can just walk out onto the freaking street, basically. And I didn't like that safety-wise or anything, and it just wasn't the feel that I'm going for. That particular 2-bedroom was a bigger one, and that one was $2,700. They do range from about 21 to like 28, 29 for the 2 bedrooms. And the 1 bedrooms I think were around 15 starting. So not terrible pricing depending on your budget, but just not worth it in my opinion because of all the little things that I didn't like about the apartment. It was just enough for me to say, I know I'm not going to move into there. Moving to our last complex. In this one, we actually viewed 4 units. They showed us the most units. And they were nice, so let's just jump right into it. The first one that we saw here was a 1-bedroom. It had an attached island, which I'm not getting this anyway because it's a 1-bedroom, but I don't want an attached island. It was a nice apartment. It wasn't very spacious, but for like one person or a couple, it's not a bad size. And look, y'all, they had so many snacks though. I thought that was so cute the way they decorated it. Moving on to the second unit. This one was a 2-bedroom, very spacious. The closets were really nice sizes. They had built-in storage. Bedrooms were on the smaller side. They also had good sized patios. The living area was a nice size. Again, I don't care for attached islands. I like my island. I like to be able to walk around my island, so that was a con for that. And another thing about this apartment complex is that all the units don't come with a washer and dryer. Now the third one was very, very nice. The island was really big. The living space was on the smaller side, but it was open, so it gave you more of that like big feel. The bathrooms were big, a lot of built-in storage again. And the fourth unit, this one was very nice. I think this might have been my favorite one actually. The island wasn't as big, but in terms of room sizes and everything, I feel like this one was the most spacious and made the most sense. I didn't like the fact that all of the units didn't come with a washer and dryer, so that's an extra charge if you get a unit with it. And it's still extra anyway because you have to buy and bring your own if you don't, unless you're going to go to the laundromat, which I'm not trying to go to the laundromat. I don't even have to do that here, so I don't want to do that when I move. But this apartment isn't my top. Honestly, that one isn't on my list really to get because we were like reading reviews and stuff, and it just said that it's in a very high traffic area, so people were saying that cars are getting broken into and all kind of stuff. So just for that, I would want to be in a more secluded area. I don't want to be in a super high traffic. I don't want my apartment to be on a main street, so anybody's just driving by saying, oh look, you know. Now the pricing for that one, these were very, very cheap apartments. Their 2 bedrooms started at $1,700. Their 1 bedroom started at $1,300, and their 3 bedrooms around $2,700. So I feel like that's some really good pricing. Now all of these apartments were very nice, and I know that I'm going to have a very tough time getting something like that when I start looking in New York. And y'all might be thinking like, oh, these apartments are not cheap. Okay, compared to where I live now, to me, these are great prices because they include the amenities. Well, I think a couple of them, it was like $10. Right now, my amenity fee per person for me to even have my amenities on top of my rent is $140 per person in my apartment. We don't even have a pool here, okay? And I love New York City, but I just know I'm not gonna get that. I'm not gonna get that much space. I'm not gonna get like anything worth the money. Like, you're gonna get more for your money down there. And up here, I feel like I'm not gonna find anything remotely close to those that is not gonna cost me $4,000 and up a month. And that's even pushing it for a 2 bedroom, because a lot of their 2 bedrooms here, a lot of their 1 bedrooms here, studios, are $4,000. So yeah, if I was to move somewhere else in New York, I want it to be in Manhattan. I don't want to move to Brooklyn. I love being in Manhattan. It's just a lot, you guys. So I am heavily considering moving. My brother told me that he sees that they're building more apartments down there, so I'm gonna go back down a little closer to my lease ending and see what options I have down there, and really decide after I see the apartments here if I'm gonna stay here or if I'm gonna go back home to Atlanta. But it's a tough decision, you guys. Very, very tough decision. But again, make sure y'all are subscribed to my channel and your post notifications are turned on, so you will be notified whenever I go and look on my apartment hunting escapades again. Y'all will be notified. Y'all can see the units. Let me know which one y'all like down below. My top 2, New York, you're gonna have a hard time beating those. I do want to go and look at apartments downtown, which I did look at one when we were there, but most of them, they want you to make appointments, and I really have no desire to live downtown after. If I leave New York, I want to go somewhere where it's not like where I am now, because I feel like that just defeats the purpose. I might as well stay in New York if I want to get that city life. But I do still want to go and look at their units downtown and just kind of see what I would be getting for pricing wise, compare pricing and what I'm value and all that. So if y'all want to see that, comment down below and let me know. If y'all would be interested in seeing an apartment hunting downtown Atlanta video, so that we can actually see what it would be like to live in downtown Atlanta, because I've never done that. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And for the 15,000th time, make sure you are subscribed to my channel for all future content, and make sure your post notifications are turned on so you'll get notified when your girl posts a new video. And on that note, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.